What's going on, everybody? Thank you for checking this out. I've never done anything like this before, but it has been 1 year since I released my first EP with Sleeperdaisy. The EP was called Gone. It had 2 songs on it, and I just thought it'd be cool to kind of revisit the Logic projects and look at the recording process and check out maybe what I did to the tracks. By no means do I have like a world-class studio. Actually, I recorded it right here in my basement. I don't have like world-class gear or anything like that. I just am pretty persistent and I do the best with what I had. And I'm really proud of the way that these songs came out. I didn't use any samples on the drums. I didn't do any kind of replacement like that or anything. I just tried to get my drums to sound the best that they could and get the source audio and amplify that the way that I thought it could, just to be the best natural sound possible. Same with guitars and bass and everything else, and we can go into that. So yeah, I just first and foremost would like to thank anybody who checked out the music or checked out even the latest EP. It's called Endless Road Trip. It's available everywhere. And it's just interesting for me to go back to this stuff and see how I'm progressing, not only as a songwriter, but as, I guess a recorder is not a term, but like just my recording process and the sound that I'm getting is just getting better and better every single time, and I'm really proud of that. So this was almost exactly a year ago. I think it was today or yesterday, and so let's just jump right in and kind of look at the project. So yeah, the song starts out with just voice and guitar.
She's the one who asked to leave, but she's the one who chose to stay, and I stayed too. She's the one who...
So I have the one guitar playing this, main riff right here. And then once the second part comes in, there's another guitar.
Who threw my things out on the
and then I have this little accent piece guitar right here that you can kind of hear in the recording. Cool. So once all that stuff kind of goes through,
I'll bring them back when she's through. Could it be I'm what you need?
We have the first chorus. So let's take a look at the... I'm sorry. I forgot about this little...
She's the one who threw my
It's just a program part. Let's see here. It looks like it just has some reverb on there. With the guitars, the processing that I'm doing... this guitar only has a little bit of EQ on it. Nothing big. I guess it's part of a sub that has a bunch of stuff on it. The sub, I have a couple reduction EQs here. I have a huge problem when I'm recording with this whistling from my guitar. I'm pretty sure it's when I'm playing like, a chord, I'm getting this whistling from the opposite side of the neck between the chord and the nut of the neck. And I don't know how to get rid of that. So I'm taking out some pretty harsh frequencies here. And then I just have like a high pass filter on it, up to here. A little bit of compression on the actual bus of the guitars, just to kind of bring the guitars together. And then what else? I have a little transient thing on there. Not sure why. I wouldn't do that today, but I did that last time. And then I have some addition and a little bit more reduction on the EQ. And then I have some reverb on there that I actually didn't end up using. I have one guitar pan to the left and one guitar pan to the right here. And that's kind of what I do is like I'll do a double take on different guitars with different amps. Actually, on this one, I think I use the same amp because I didn't have 2 amps at the time. But definitely 2 different guitars. I'm using a Fender Telecaster and a Reverend. I'm not sure the model of the Reverend guitar that I'm using, but those are the 2 guitars that I'm using on this whole thing. So let's see, we got in the chorus, or I'm sorry, we had this this beat thing here. And then the chorus comes in with real drums. Which is pretty surprising because I've learned a lot about recording in the last year, and this I used one microphone on the inside of the kick, one on the snare. I had the rack and the floor tom mic'd up, but I didn't use drums that much. So, I said I didn't replace drums, but I guess I did replace the toms, which you can see where all the fills are, where I kind of put the toms in here. And then I kind of went wild with the room mics. I got the left and the right, and then I have overhead left and overhead right. But the overheads were actually kind of more room mics than they were just overheads. I had them spaced pair and off the cymbals a little bit. I didn't have high ceilings or anything, so I was really trying to just stretch them to get that stereo spread. So let's just check out some of this stuff here. Here's the kick. Got the noise gate on there. Some EQ, some compression. So I'm doing pretty sure it's reduction. Yeah, mostly reduction. And then compress. And then addition. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of addition right there for that thing. And then I got this transient thing. It's kind of like a $10 little plug-in that just like makes things a little bit more punchy. Same with the snare. Noise gate, reduction, compression, addition. I had the transient on there, but it looks like I didn't use it. And it looks like at the last second, I decided not to put any reverb on there. It's a Space Designer, but so that's together. And then let's listen to these overheads. Oh, my apologies. So it looks like the room left was turned all the way down. Maybe I didn't end up using that, and it looks like I do have the room right as mono. Let's check out the overheads. Pretty cool, nice and refreshing. You know what's pretty wild about this too is I know it was only a year ago, but I really wasn't checking phase as much as I should be. I guess I do have some of these. Yeah, some of these are phase inverted, but I really didn't go in and check the waveforms. I'm very curious right now to see how these turned out. Yeah, so you can tell that they're a little off. It looks okay here, but over here it looks like just a little off. It's not too bad. I mean, I got away with it. I still released the songs. But yeah, let's check out that drum set one more time. And then with the toms in there. Again, these are fake. I got some EQ and compression on there, and then I have the direction mixer on there because I like to mix the drums as if you were behind the drums, like you're the drummer. But the MIDI on here is the opposite. So rack tom panned right, floor tom pan left, and then I just took the direction mixer, put it 180 degrees in the opposite direction, and then I panned them the way that I wanted them to go. So yeah, let's just continue on through the song. Let's listen to some other elements.
Could it be I'm what you need and anything
Okay, so for the second verse, I got this drum loop, or this MIDI thing that I made here. Let me loop this here. And I got this bass coming in for the verse. The guitar's going back to what it played in the beginning. Oh, by the way, the bass is just a what is this? Squire jazz bass or something, or Squire? Hang on. Squire Jaguar bass, and I have it going through a Sans amp, and then the Sans amp to this amp modeler, basic stock Logic plug-in, and then I have a an EQ on there. Actually, I even think I used a preset because I liked how it sounded. So for this kind of song, the bass wasn't doing anything too crazy. I wanted it to just kind of be like a subby addition to the guitar, and I really got that, I think, on this. So let's listen to that again with the guitars. Okay, and then I think I got tambourine on here. A loop, definitely a loop. I think I had the same one in the chorus. Slightly different. You know what? This one may be real, or this one's real. I don't know. One of them might be real, and the other one a loop. This is definitely a shaker loop. I use it all the time. And then, does this play? Yes. And then we have acoustic guitar here. Halfway through the verse.
I'll turn my key and drive away to follow her across the country, if that's what you'll have me do. Of my own place,
So this goes into
that's what you'll have me.
A pre-chorus, which I like changing it up. If I have a pre-chorus in the first verse, I don't usually put it in the second, or vice versa. It really depends on the song, but for this one, I have a pre-chorus in the second verse that wasn't there in the first verse, and it goes like this.
Have me do. I'll never be back again. I'll never be back again. Could it be I'm what you need, and anything you say to me is out?
So the second chorus has this lead guitar here, played by my friend Andrew Benjamin. It's kind of buried in there. Only because the rhythm of it really messes with the rhythm of everything else, but I liked it. Just kind of, I didn't want it to take away from everything. So let's listen to it, and I'll turn it up.
Never be back again. Could it be I'm what you need, and anything you say to me is out of anger? Could it be I'm what you need, and anything you say to me?
And then we go into the bridge after the second chorus here. This is my favorite part of the song here. It kind of just like breaks down a little bit, and I really like the decisions that I made with the drums in this at this part. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back it up.
Out of anger. And now I know better than to call her for dinner. I put down the phone.
So on the vocal here, I added a little bit more effect to it. I'm pretty sure it has overdrive. I'll get into the vocal chain last. I'll do that last. But this one does have a little bit of overdrive on it. And I really wanted it to sound just like I was topping out the mic. And I used a plug-in for it instead of actually topping out the mic, so I can have a little bit more control. But this is what it sounds like.
And now I know better than to call her for dinner. I put down the phone. She'll call me tomorrow. She'll call me.
So with the drums, I specifically like this, or especially like this part, because of the fills that I picked were kind of not what I would normally do in a part like this, but we can check it out. Then we go to the solo. I bring the acoustic back in with some tambourine. So the solo has this like super Happy Gilmore type feel to it for some reason. My friend Tyler Gilbert messaged me and said he liked the Happy Gilmore riff. So I guess this is it. Last chorus broken up here with his guitar, arpeggiated. The worst thing to record is an arpeggiated guitar for me. Takes me forever. And then the last chorus, everything's in. We got some tambourine. We got the acoustic guitar. We got this lead here that Andrew played. I got my 2 rhythm guitars, drums, and everything. And the third chorus is just popping until it gets to the outro. The outro is basically the same as the bridge, but I changed the way that I'm playing the chords here. And I add this lead here. Which is the most Oasis thing that I've done in my life. And then I love vocal rounds and vocals on top of each other and all this kind of stuff. I just did some harmonies here and then just doubled up an homage back to the bridge, so we can hear that. Yeah, so this must have been a real tambourine that I just looped. A lot of times when I'm recording tambourine, I won't record it to the song. I'll just start the click and I'll play to the click, and then I'll cut it up into the best piece there. This must be, I don't think this is a loop. It can't be a loop, because at the end here, I do this roll, which, if you ever recorded with me, I'm always putting tambourine rolls in, and that hits at the end of the song with the last hit. Cool. So with the vocals, I mean, I recorded on just like an AKG P120 or 220. I have a few different mics that I use for vocals, and that one I just thought was good for this song. Actually, I've been picking that over everything else. I'm not really sure why. I just think just shooting them out, it just kind of gives me a little bit more of a bite. And you know, I try to get it the best that I can. I do vocal editing. I do let's see what I did here. I have some reduction EQ. I got some annoying frequencies that were coming through, which for a long time I thought it was like my microphone. It's probably my room. The room here, I recorded everything in this room except for guitar. Guitar, I would put the amp in the other room over there, and then control everything in this room and play with it coming through the monitors in this room. But with the drums, I set up the drum set right here. Excuse me, facing this wall. I recorded vocals. I set up like a little booth with like some mattresses, but I still had it here so I can control the computer because I'm recording everything, which I probably should get somebody to come help me when I'm recording vocals or something. But let's see. Yeah, reduction EQ. Got some compression. This looks a little bit heavier. 2 compressors. I guess I was trying series compression at the time. Couldn't even tell you what my thought process was. Again, I'm learning so much in so little time over this last year, and I'm trying out all these new things as I'm recording. I don't really have a rhyme or reason. I guess I'm just trying things until I like what sounds good. I got a vocal refresh preset EQ on here that I guess I liked. A little bit of an exciter, which is kind of crazy because I was using such a bright mic to begin with. Got my de-esser. And then I use this Blues Echo guitar pedal on the vocals. I just love the delay of this pedal.
Could it be I'm what you need and anything you say to me is out of anger? Could it be I'm what you need and anything you say to me is out of anger?
So let me turn that up.
Could it be I'm what you need and anything you
It's
say
got
to
the
me
high cut and a low cut.
is out of anger?
So there's that. I'm just messing up the session as I'm going through everything. And then I used just the Matrix Reverb. I used the Large Room preset, and I just love that as well so much. Let me turn this down again to somewhere where it was. And then,
Could it be I'm what you need and anything
I'm on the wrong
you
track.
say to me
So this is
out
not uncommon for me to just do stuff like this. I'm on the wrong track, so that's why this wasn't doing anything.
Could it be I'm what you need and anything you say to me is out of anger? Could it be I'm what you need and anything you say to me is out of anger?
And you can kind of hear when it's soloed, you can hear some of the vocal pitch editing going through. With this song, I did like one track of main vocal, one track of harmony, and then I had some extra tracks where I just did the other auxiliary parts.
Could it be I'm what you need and anything you say to me is out of anger? Could it be I'm what you need and anything you say to me is out of anger?
Yeah, so that's basically it. Thanks again for watching. I just thought this would be a cool thing. I've never done anything like this before, and I might do more of it in the future, maybe with some other projects that are not mine. I'm thinking about maybe doing one for All This Time as well, just because it's the 1 year, and why not? I'm really excited to just keep learning recording and keep learning new tricks and tactics to get sounds that I want. And maybe when the 1 year of Life Is Better Without You comes along, you can see, maybe I'll do more of these videos, and you can see how far I've come along just in the 3-month, 4-month period of recording myself and really chasing certain tones and sounds that I'm looking for. And if you are into recording or into production and you see something like this, it's pretty laughable, some of the techniques that I did to get the sounds that I wanted to get, but it worked, and I was proud of what I released, and I'm still proud of it for the time that it came out. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't yet, check out the music. You can search up Sleeperdaisy on all platforms, and all songs were written, recorded by me with a little bit of help from my wife and my 2 cats, and on this song, Andrew Benjamin. So yeah, thanks for checking it out. See you next time.